Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another one of them B-Reels with D-Reels, where edutainment is what I do. And if you digging what a brother's shoveling, like I always say, drop some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the B-Real with D-Real page so that when new alerts come out, you get them because you're subscribed. And share this stuff, y'all. Y'all got to share this stuff. It don't mean nothing if you comment and like it, but you ain't sharing it. Capiche? It's how we grow. It's how we grow, yeah? It's how we grow. All right. Movie review coming at your head. Fresh out of Morbius. It ain't even been an hour. Fresh out of Morbius. I wanted to get on here and give y'all the Morbius review because I want to be able to say, like everybody else say, it's garbage. Okay? I can't really 100% say Morbius was garbage. I can't even really say it was a 100% terrible movie. There are some likable things about Morbius. And here's how I found some likable things about Morbius. I went to see Morbius with the expectation of it not being good. I also went with my mindset, okay, I'm going to divorce myself from Marvel. And I'm going to watch it with just casual eyes and see what a casual sees. Overall, Morbius from Sony Columbia Pictures in association with Marvel Comics has damn near the exact same plot as the first Venom movie. The only difference is he's a scientist, and what happens to him, he creates versus stumbling across and inheriting. Other than that, exact same anti-hero formula, exact same my buddy gets caught up in, or somebody else gets caught up in the same kind of unfortunate accident as me, or the same circumstances, and they get the same exact same powers as Morbius, and then now you have an antagonist worthy of a living vampire, dare I say it? Okay. And his antagonist is played by Matt Smith, one of the doctors from Doctor Who. And he does kind of an interesting job of playing the character. It's an engaging enough performance. But he's the second Doctor I've seen that I didn't like as a villain. Thor: Dark World, anyone? Yeah. Yeah, he was just, at first he was kind of pitiful, powered, and then he was just kind of an arrogant a-hole after he got his powers, and he just, which I guess is a success if you are the villain, you want to not be liked. But I didn't like him. I did not like him because he was villainous. I did not like him because he wasn't a good villain. If that makes sense, he wasn't an engaging villain. He didn't give me reason to identify with the justification he had for his villainy. His only reason for being a villain was, I can be a villain, you know? And they have this little saying that they would say amongst them, you know, that the Spartans are few against many. So maybe it was his me against the world type attitude that made him feel entitled. I don't know. But at any rate, Morbius shows all the standard Morbius powers like he has in the comics. And even with the echolocation thing going on, it was kind of looking funny because they have a special effect in the ear, and I don't know, and it was cool. It was interesting enough. Jared Leto who is a great method actor. Did it again in this one, where he gets in character for the character, and he doesn't just get in character for the character. He physically gets in character for the character. He had to have dropped like a gang of weight to play that role because he looked really sickly initially. But then when he Morbiused up, he was cut, like standard superhero cut. That's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? You get on that regimen where you busting out maybe like 2,500, 3,000 calories a day, and you in the gym 2-3 hours a day, 6 days a week. Yeah, you'll get a nice little physique, and that's largely where that came from. Anyways, overall, I did not fall asleep on Morbius, even though there were some sleep-worthy moments where they were giving explanations about things that we could have came to a conclusion of on our own. So, I mean, for a movie, it wasn't bad. For a superhero movie, not as good. For a Marvel movie, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. There are 2 in-scene credits that come pretty much back to back, and they involve the same character meeting up with Morbius. I'm not going to tell you who, but I can tell you that it is somebody who comes over from the MCU, to say the least. There's a lot of explaining to do about how that character got there and what, really was going on, but nonetheless, you'll be like, okay, all right, I get it. If you go and see Morbius. I know a lot of people probably aren't going to go and see Morbius, but I tell it to you like this. I went and seen it at the matinee. So I didn't spend top dollar for it. Do I feel like I was deprived? Nah, not out of a matinee price. And the bottom line, and that's what it is. Do you feel like you got beat out your money? Do you feel like the movie that you saw was not worth your money? I paid $10 to get in. It was worth $10. It kept me engaged and entertained for, I think it was like an hour and 40 something minutes, just south of maybe 2 hours, almost there, but not quite. Other than that, if I have to give it a rating, I would give Morbius like a solid 7, because it hit the marks it needed to hit to be a good movie. But as far as superhero based or anything based in continuity, that all went off the rails. And then we get these 2 in-scene credits that are just even more off the rails. And so as a superhero movie, it's like a 4. You know what I mean? But I give it like a solid 7 as just like a movie. If you didn't know nothing about the character of Morbius and you didn't know anything about Marvel characters, the movie would be at the least entertaining. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie. And that's where I'm at with Morbius. Have you seen Morbius? Do you plan on seeing Morbius? Drop it in the comments, y'all. And as always, I'll be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.